20% less fuel is now a go.
I turned my game right down because it was too loud.
I turned the music off completely.
I turned the music off.
It's not so much the music, it's just the engine sounds really screw with me.
This second boat you'll like a lot more. It's a bit more of a putt-putt sort of sound.
I have tinnitus and white noise really sets it off. And so like engine sounds in games sometimes can really trigger me.
So the sea then maybe is triggering you.
The sea's not too bad actually. I find more yeah, like in real life. How I discovered that was I was going camping with my ex, and he set up a tent near a stream, and it took me 10 days after the camping trip to be able to hear anything but
weird.
The sound of rushing water.
Wow, that's horrible.
Yeah. Like I could tell people were talking, but it was just like muffled.
Yeah. Macking into these waves on my little rowboat and getting airborne.
It's like a mill pond out here for me.
Whee!
Where am I going now? Back down there. My favourite place. Oh, come on. That's unfair. I was not right up against the dock, and I just undocked, and my boat, the wave took my boat up, and I hit the dock, and it took my freaking health down. Erg.
It's only a tiny bit, but like, yeah, still the principle.
I literally just repaired my ship.
Yeah, I had exactly the same issue.
Well, that's what happens, right, when Uncle Spike, leaves things lying around.
Oh, well, that's kind of stupid. Can you pick up that spray bottle as well, because she keeps trying to chew that. This is why I moved his shoes. He was complaining yesterday, couldn't find his shoes, but he'd left them in the middle of the floor, and it's like, we've got a 4 to 5 month old puppy who is chewing, so I moved them. Before she ate your shoes, yes.
You turn around.
Is it nice like confetti? But it could be a lot worse. Bilbo's done worse to a toilet roll than that.
It's confetti. Confetti. That's all there's confetti about. That's all there's confetti about. What's that? Get it all. Oh, hello. Snoring in the corner.
Is he? Oh, the waves are substantially calmer now. Oh yeah, he's sparkled. Mama. Where's my docking square? Oh, it's under the ocean. I see.
Yeah, sometimes it's 10 foot above you.
I'm in agreement with you that it's not realistic how quickly the boats stop.
No.
I keep like slowing down, approaching the dock, but like then I stop right before the square. Damn it!
It's horrible, isn't it? There's no weight to the boat. That's what it feels like.
No, yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely something they could tweak and fix and improve. It's just whether or not. It's whether or not they listen to the right people. The last two games, they listened to the wrong people.
Saying it, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this is the thing.
If more people want it arcadey, then they're just going to listen to the majority of them.
Well, this is the thing. I was thinking about this the other day. So in my head, and obviously there's an exception to every rule, but arcade players traditionally are very short in patience, and they want stuff immediately, and they don't want to have to work too hard for it, and blah 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 blah. So, whereas a sim fan will say, well, I don't like it like this, but I'll be patient and wait for it to get better. An arcadey
arcadey
person won't
fans are
wait.
like-
So they're at the beginning of a game when it first launches, they're the only people that the devs hear because they're the loudest. Because they're so impatient and they're so outraged that they have to work hard for a game. I hear this all the time. People saying
That's the thing that I hate the most about early access. Because people are like, you know, they buy the game in early access and they expect everything to work perfectly immediately.
yes,
And if it's not to their liking, they complain like flipping crazy, like they're privileged or something. And it's like,
I mean, make a complaint by all means. You know, highlight what's wrong, but be constructive in your criticism and give them a chance to do something about it. But yeah, arcade players tend to be younger people and not that way inclined.
I would agree. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people come onto my channel. Bear in mind, you know, I'm a sim channel. I don't really do anything arcadey at all.
No.
Exception to every rule. But you know, these arcade players come and say, you know, games are meant to be an escape from realism, and it's like, well, for some
but if you're
people,
playing simulation games, I would not agree.
Yeah.
Because
for sim fans, it's, do you know, I'd love to be a pilot, but there's no way on earth I could be a pilot, but I could be a simulation pilot, and that's, you know, a nice little escape from realism, I suppose, but in a realistic way. So we're getting the same kind of kick, but we're just looking at it from a different perspective. Their whole idea is, I don't want to have to work hard, I don't want to have to do anything, I just want the game to entertain me for X amount of hours whilst, you know, after I finish work. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just think that if you're going to make a game, call it a game. Don't call it a simulator. And then make it like a game, because that's just infuriating.
Yeah, if it's a simulator, you want a simulator. And like even obviously the happy medium would be to allow for 2 game modes.
Yeah.
So you know, like on this when you start it up and you go into like career mode, you can choose like arcade mode or sim mode. Or just an easy and hard, like, you know, an easy and hard difficulty.
Yeah,
for
easy,
example,
hard, difficult.
on the hard is like the realism side, where the easy is more arcadey.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best of both worlds, but it's difficult to sometimes, especially at the start of a game, it's difficult to kind of, for a company to be able to do that.
I don't know. I disbelieve that passionately. I think if you make everything, because everything in a game...
Well, that's what I've been told anyway.
Everything in a game is a variable, right? So if you make those variables adjustable, then you have infinite control over all the variables in your game. So over time, and obviously, you know, when you first bring out a game, you might think, oh, this feels quite realistic. But as you get feedback, you're like, okay, actually, it's not realistic enough. The boats do stop too quickly. As long as you know which variable controls that, you can adjust it and make it more realistic. So, as you know, every game just runs on variables. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
As long as they have those variables well defined, they should be able to adjust it infinitely. That's the reality of it. The problem is
you are right in that respect. Yeah.
The problem is, back in the day when you and I and Spike were young, the people who were making games were gamers. And they were passionate about their game, and they wanted it to be the best game ever. And they didn't care. I mean, they wanted to make money, obviously, but that wasn't the only thing they cared about. And these days, it is not like that.
Yeah, nowadays
Nowadays,
there still are companies out there like that, but a lot more companies are money driven, and the bigger game companies especially, obviously because they've got shareholders to answer to, it's all about the profits. So like most of the time these days it's kind of like small independent companies that have that passion, that level of passion that just about all game makers used to have back in the day.
It's like it's very true that indie games, I think, are the best games. Not necessarily the best graphics or the best features, maybe, but in terms of the actual core game, they always seem to be better.
They seem to hit the spot more.
Like, you could argue this was an indie game. You know, they're not a massive company. They're probably just outside the realm of indie, I'd say. Bearing in mind this is their third release, I don't think they quite qualify as indie anymore. But they're still a small company in comparison to, like, EA and all those lot. And you can see that they're trying to make the best game they can. Sometimes I think they bite off more than they can chew. And they're trying to do too many things at once. And that just kind of... All that does is just irritate everybody. Instead of fixing all the little things first and then moving on to the next bit of the game, it's like they try and squeeze it all in at once. Which is why I'm quite glad they put the release date back by 2 weeks.
Yes.
Because you can now see where all the issues are.
I think it's like I never bothered about. I'm never bothered about when they delay games, because I would rather wait that extra time and have a more finished product.
Yeah.
But like, you see lots of people in the market that's just like,
Can't stand
but the game's like blah 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 blah, and it's like the end of the world and stuff, and you're just like, but wouldn't you rather wait, like, you know, a couple of months?
You can't
more?
talk to these people. You cannot
No,
reason
you can't.
with them.
You can't reason with them. No, you are correct in that.
They have
I
a
just
predefined decision, and that's it. There's no wiggle room.
We want to play.
No, because ultimately release dates on products like this is best guess, and it's only when you get closer to that, and like, you know, sometimes you, like with this, you know, you release some keys and stuff like that, and you have like a slightly larger test audience. They then give you feedback, and you realize, oh shit, like I need to fix this and this before I release. And I think, you know, realistically, those are the instances where it serves the company better to put a game back. But yeah, again, it's the, I think the younger gamer attitude. It's like, you know, everything is like, it's, you know, it's said it's going to be here now, and I want it now.
Do you feel like you're working you're working at a reasonable like speed to get the things you want, or do you want to be able to get it slower than what you're getting it now? I mean, we've been playing it for a good few hours. You've got the next boat up from, that's 2 boats you've had in the amount of time that you've played.
Okay.
You've upgraded them a little bit. So what do you think?
So I would say that we're progressing through the boats a bit too quickly. But I would also counteract that and say, instead of forcing us down the line of start with the rowboat, then go to this boat, then this boat, I think it would be better if there was enough boats that we could pick a boat to start with and start doing, you know, maybe I do want to do deliveries. Maybe that's what I think is cool. Maybe I want to do fishing. Maybe I want to be a repairman or an electrician or something, you know, because this game appears to be heading in that direction. I think it would have been better if you could pick what you wanted to do right from the beginning, instead of
I see what you're saying.
being led in this linear fashion where everybody has to do it this first, then this one.
So the first boat you can buy is a cargo boat, so basically let you be able to buy one of all 3 types at the start of the game.
Well, not even that. I just think have a boat that you can convert that either carry cargo or do long lining, or, you know, at the end of the day, you only need a toolbox, and you're an electrician, and you can go to people's houses and fix stuff, because that's in the game now as well. So I just think having that choice at the beginning is better for everybody, because everyone's going to have a different experience then, instead of all doing the same thing. And it's always like you're always pushing yourself to get to the next boat, instead of just exploring the boat you've got and really enjoying that experience or whatever.
Yeah. But again, it's down to an arcade style thing, isn't it?
it still has an arcadey feel to it more than a simulation feel to it, definitely. It's better. I think it's 100 times better. The waves are 1,000 times better. A little bit of tweaking and control needs to happen there, but I'm liking it. Well, I've entered a fish habitat.
Are you out in the middle of nowhere, are you?
No, I'm still in the islands, interestingly. I don't know what fish habitat I'm in. Maybe
There are
it's...
small fish habitats if you've got like the jigger and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe it's for the jigger.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I have the jigger because I didn't do the tutorial. No, I don't.
Mike's heading out there with 900 quid to his name. Love it.
911 and 17 pence, actually.
Okay.
Jeez, mate, get it right.
I'm still in the green on the fuel, and I'm more than halfway there. I should be able to make it back as well. So Spike, I recommend you upgrade your propeller.
No, I'm going to. I'm going to put it up to the max before I even leave.
Yeah.
Well, double the size of my fuel tank and buy my propeller. I'd be interested to see what the engine does for you as well.
You're going to increase the propeller?
I'm going to put
the fuel tank, rather.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I
like
wouldn't do
60
that on a
grand.
fishing boat.
Yeah, and I've got 46. I'm on one job away from doing it, and it takes like 4 jobs.
Well, the reason I suggest not to do that is because the propeller's 10 grand and it'll get you there and back.
Now you see, this is where you this is the argument I was having earlier, but like you said something else, and it's like, no, I'm not saying that, but you are saying that.
If you want to go further afield than the first fishing habitat, I think you probably would need the fuel expansion. But for the very first one, you can reach it with just the propeller. So you're going to save yourself like 50, 60 grand.
Have you got the propeller already?
Yeah, I've got the propeller already installed. Yeah, it's the first one, or the first to the second one.
Okay.
It's like a mill pond out here, and I'm only doing 8.7 knots. I thought I was supposed to be doing 14. That's the first boat, isn't it? That's the first boat.
I think you need to upgrade your engine to be able to do that, because you can upgrade your engine.
Yeah, maybe. I wonder if that increases your fuel usage, though.
It could do. Again, it's something to test.
This could be quite humorous. Yep.
Not taking that much damage.
Well, so what happened was...
You got jinxed in there, didn't it?
No.
It launched itself in there.
I went into the shipyard and repaired my ship.
Yeah.
And when I came out, when I exited the door, my ship was under the water and just went...
I did a submarine. Yeah.
And it was like half on the dock.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you'll take about 3 or 4 notches of damage getting that off
that's
there.
what I have. I had like about 2.5 I've got.
Ah, okay.
Ridiculous.
I did tell him about that bug
That's what
yesterday.
I was laughing at.
Just
So they are aware of
It
it.
was just like ping.
Just fix my bloody boat. Oh, it's ruined again.
Yeah, but do you realise how cheap it is to actually fix your boat? That's the thing.
Do you know, I never looked, actually. How cheap is it?
Well, I got my boat down to like 30%, and it only cost me. It cost me less than £7 grand to fully repair it.
About £7 grand, yeah.
Wow. It's cheaper than fuel.
It's not. It's far. Like, yeah, a lot less than fuel. So it's not the end of the world, really.
Right, there we go.
And if you have the, I think is it the engineers thing? You can repair like 10% of the hull yourself.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got the engineer. I don't know how to do it, but I've got the engineer thing.
I've got it. Well, I'm not sure.
I probably need a spanner or something, and I haven't got that. So I probably screwed
the
myself
only
over.
tool that I could find so far was just the power drill.
Have I got a power
I
drill?
couldn't see a toolbox or anything like that.
Yeah, I haven't got a power drill either. Fortunately, I've got a 100% boat at the moment, so...
We don't know if the power drill's like the thing though, do we?
No, not a clue. Pretty tranquil out here tonight. I like it. Spike rowing his heart out.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
Row, row, row your boat up and down the stream. You've got enough krona to buy the ship of your dreams.
my avatar's been got arms like tree trunks behind me, I tell you.
I bet he does, yeah.
Yeah. That bloody rowing he's been doing. That's his fault.
You know when you see them people walking down the street and they put their hands out in front of them and pull them back all the time?
Yeah.
They've been rowing and they just can't stop it. They're like, oh.
Oh dear.
Oh wait, that's not what I'm doing. Please put this down. I'm
nearly there.
I'm having a seedy moment. I've come to refuel them, trying to
Takes a while
unload
to
my
get
stuff.
out there, doesn't it? Isn't it great?
I'm like, here, have a box of things.
I didn't mention it earlier, but I had a senior moment. I picked up a box of stuff, turned round, looked at one of your streams, and then thought, "Am I putting this in the boat or chopping it off?" And for a minute, I was like, "Hang on, what am I doing with this damn box?"
Oh, now I'm sailing into the freaking...
So if you had to give this like marks out of 10 for how it is right now,
6.
yeah, 6.
Yeah, I would
6.
say probably about a 5, maybe a 5.5.
I think I'm probably. So in my head, like 5 is neither good or bad, so it's got to be more towards good because it's not terrible, is it?
No, it's not.
No.
It's not terrible. It's
No.
very playable. Very.
It's playable and it's enjoyable. I think for me, personally, the repetition on the jobs is going to get old real fast.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It kind of is already for me, to be fair. But you know, I'm aiming to do something that'll hopefully benefit me.
Well, put it this way: it's significantly better than Lawnmower Simulator already. Because that bloody stupid thing, after you can't kind of play the game without playing the tutorial. Like the tutorial's like the beginning of the game.
Right.
And so it like guides you through like buying your first moor and like your first jobs and blah 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 blah. And then it tells you to upgrade your HQ, which you do, and then you practically have no money left after you've done that. Because it literally like costs most of your money to be able to upgrade your HQ that you've made. And then it tells you to hire a member of staff. However, you can't hire a member of staff unless you have a spare moor. And at this point, you probably have less than 1,000 or around about $1,000, whatever the money is. However, an extra moor is going to set you back about $4,000. So it's like, but I need to do more jobs to be able to take it, like to be able to do this.
So it's very grindy.
So and like each job that you do is about $300 to $400.
Right. There's a few jobs right there.
But it's like like literally like every. It's kind of like about every 30 seconds. It's like, no, we told you to hire a new member of staff, and it's like, yes, but I need to earn the money to do it.
Okay.
That was as far as I got because I just got pissed off with the notifications.
I think sometimes devs, not devs so much, somebody somewhere is instructing them to create something that deliberately takes a very long time to do, just so that the player number hours are up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if someone checks to see how popular it is a game, it looks more popular than it really is, because everyone's just grinding their ass off trying to get to the next thing. But once they get to the next thing and realise you just have to grind again, and there's no real, benefit to it.
Do you know
You're
what
off.
what I would have loved to have experienced, and I'm really gutted that I got into naval action when I did. I would have loved to have experienced what the game was when it first kind of came out, because a lot of people really enjoyed it, and then they did a lot of nerfing and things like that and what have you, and people have obviously down tools and hated it completely.
Right.
But the thing for me was, I would have loved to have sailed round the map at normal speed, because it's like you've got a motorboat in your ship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's for the people that don't want to do that. That's for the people that are lazy and want to get there quicker. And it's like, come on, that was a big tick for me. And I'm only one player, I get that. You can't just say that for one player. Can't do that for one player. But that...
No, but I bet you're not the
I would
only
have
one.
loved to have experienced it. And the only way you can do it is to like put your sails down to a quarter. And even then, that's not good enough for me, to be honest. I want to be able to sail that boat around the Caribbean properly, because it was pretty much a one-to-one representation.
Yeah.
So you really would have loved Pirates of the Burning Sea.
I mean, I tried it. I gave it a go on the private servery thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like the proper game when it first came out.
Yeah, I probably would have done. I probably would have loved it a lot.
Before people realised that the mechanic, the base mechanic of like how capturing ports and stuff worked was kind of broken. You could have multiple characters on your account. And this is what ended up like most people that were playing it were doing. And so when you first start out, you make your character and you choose which country you're gonna sail for. And then you can like capture ports in the name of that. So obviously it's like England, France, Spain, and the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And then you could also you had to do a bunch of stuff, but eventually you could join the pirates as well.
Yeah.
So essentially, I think you had like 6 character slots on your account, and what people were doing, and they would do it en masse. I'm talking like 200 plus people. They would make a giant fleet and like just sail around, capture all the islands for one nation, and then they would all literally log off, switch character onto another thing, and then come back on and just capture them all for a different nation.
That's pretty
And
much
it's just
what
like,
they did in
so
Planet Side 2, wasn't it?
yeah,
Friggin' hated that.
and it just spoiled the game, because it was just like
Just locked everybody down.
you can't, you couldn't really kind of do your own thing if you weren't sort of part of that. You were kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Docked, not docked, I don't know. I fear not to be docked.
Oh, my little light's on my boat now.
There we go. Nope.
First person rowing.
But have you noticed that you're looking that way but still pressing the wrong way to go backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing that threw me at first is when you reverse, I expected the A and D to be opposite and they're not.
Yeah.
Thrash it, boy, thrash it.
Roll me hearties. Taking you a while to get some cash, but you finally got some.
76 grand now. So I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna actually fish properly, I think, because I bought the wrong bloody fish type. But
I'm nearly at my fishing point.
nearly got, oh, bloody hell, you only just nearly got there. Damn. That's crazy, isn't it?
That's probably
You've
half an
been
hour it took me to get there.
You've just been talking about how you want to sail around the Caribbean properly, and now you're complaining.
No,
how
I ain't
difficult it is to
complaining.
get to a
I ain't
sailing
complaining,
point.
you silly bugger. I'm not complaining.
It's unacceptable, isn't it?
I'm saying
I
that's really cool.
I can't stand it. It's awful.
But it's nice to be able to talk. I mean,
Oh, you've got a pretty sunset. on
you
yours.
would totally like sit there and do this even if we weren't here. But I think it's nice to be able to sit and talk to people while you're doing it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
have a laugh.
Loading up my cargo would be a good idea before I said so.
Yeah, I've nearly done that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I nearly did that on the last one.
I literally just hit a dock and I'm like, wait,
Very
why is my
nearly
cargo
did that.
marker here?
On the last one.
Oh no.
Not completely.
I am looking forward to multiplayer. I'm still curious how
Yes.
it's going to work.
Yeah, I'm very
really
curious
looking
about it for
forward
sure.
to multiplayer, and I want to see a pressure washer as well.
Oh, I've done that. Well, I say I've done that. My boat wasn't exactly dirty.
Do you have to buy the deckhand thing to be able to?
No, it's it's in the boatyard when you buy a boat. It's right there. You just pick it up. and turn it on.
Oh, okay, okay.
Although I was on ultra when I tried it, and when you turn it on, the FPS drops to like 0.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I bet it does.
That's potentially a lot of particles for it to deal with. I'll be like, what is going on?
You hurt my eyes.
I've got a sunroof in this. No, I haven't.
What the hell do you want a sunroof for? I'm home.
Also, you may notice that the Aurora Borealis isn't present.
Aurora Borealis at this
Um,
time of the month, at this
a
time
cup-
of the year in our kitchen.
My first night, just after the sun went down, there was green on the horizon.
Oh, I've got green on the horizon, but no wispy niceness that there was in the other two.
Oh, there she is, Mel.
Woohoo! I've just reached my destination.
Ah, I see.
Well done, Mike.
Any second now.
Congratulations.
Oh, I've got to turn the motor on. Interesting.
This is where I realised I've forgotten something.
Oh my days.
Right, this is odd. I'm not getting the same pop-up
It's
that you did.
rebounded off my boat. Look, look.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's called backsplash.
I'm impervious. I don't want to be washed. I have a force field around me.
Looks like we have some fish people.
Ooh.
Not fish people, you understand, but
Okay, so,
some fish.
have you got them on the sonar? He's gone all the way out there. It's saying something about no boy. Where the hell did you get the boy from then?
It says no bait equipped then.
Maybe I need to go to my inventory and get some bait in my hand. There we go. Place bait. Oh yes.
Alright, okay.
Now I've got the bucket. Place the bucket. Oh, that's cool. Cast a long line.
Longline.
E. Sits in the water.
Okay, there's your boy in the water.
And we're away. Now I think there's a maximum speed you can do, if I remember correctly.
I would imagine so.
There you go. Look at that.
Oh,
Is it coming out?
are you pulling it along? Launching already in progress. I don't know if they're going out or what.
I was expecting to see them sort of.
Yeah.
And there's like a wispy line there, which I think is meant to be it, but...
Okay.
I mean, I don't know where I'm going to put the bloody fish. Where are they going to go? I haven't got any buckets or anything to put them in. Also, why are there oars?
I noticed that boat had oars on.
If my engine breaks down, can I row back to shore?
I'd like to see you try.
Took me half an hour to get here with the best propeller in the game. How long is it going to take me to row back? You know what else I've noticed?
What's that?
It doesn't put a marker down where you started your drop.
Oh, yeah, no. I think
Right.
I
God.
think that's what. Oh, I think that's what that pingy thing is, or maybe
The pingy thing you got to buy for like 40 grand.
it's like 40k.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I saw that and opted not to, strangely enough.
Thingy thing,
I
where's
looked at
that?
my £911 and thought,
the shop?
maybe not.
Look at the various.
Tag
Ping
your
me.
fishing gear with ping me from Ocean Space Acoustics so you never lose it.
I wonder why everything's duplicated as well.
I reckon that's a bug.
It's got to be, isn't it?
What was I going to do?
It's bad when you have to
Yeah,
wait for a wave to lift you up to the gangplank.
That, yeah. It's getting pretty bad.
Can we
when
have a
that
jump
happens.
button, please?
Yeah, I've half requested that as well.
It's like 2 inches above me. Why can't I
Pretty-
get on it?
Pretty much looking forward to getting the net fishing out as well. That's going to be fun.
Quick, 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 quick there.
It's going to be great fun, that net fishing.
Right, that's it.
You fished something in?
No, I've
No, it's
dropped the
gotta
line.
wait.
Oh, your line's fully out now, is it?
I'm going to go and try and put myself at the beginning. I mean, I don't have an anchor, which is a bit of a problem. But yeah, I'm going to try and park.
Could be interesting.
Yeah, I've lost it already. I can see the end. I can't see the beginning. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should
What's
have
that?
marked down the position, like
Mm-hmm.
the nautical position, UPS position or whatever. I see it. Do I see it? So many things on the screen that look like something. I see it.
That certainly looked like something.
Alright, let's see. Right.
Gotta be it. isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
It's
gotta be it.
it.
Like, it's gotta be.
Famous last words.
But the thing is, it's kind of like parking up and waiting because he can't stay still. Yeah, that looks like a buoy.
So now I've just got to sit here for 16 hours. Nice.
And hope you don't drift too far.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to mark that down. 18 north by... My God, it's changing so quickly. How is that possible? What the hell? I'm not even moving. Why is the GPS going so mad?
Whoa.
Oh, unless that is telling me how far away I am from the first drop. And it's
Oh,
saying
maybe.
you're 0 nautical miles by 0 nautical miles away. That could be it, yeah. I think
Yeah,
that might
it
be
could
what it
be.
is. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, because that looks like your position, and then it's changing to tell you how far away. Yeah, I think you're right.
That's pretty groovy. I'm actually going slightly backwards, so that would explain why it keeps moving so
Okay.
much.
I'm gonna redo story mode tomorrow.
No night, dude. Is it 9:30, like?
It's 14.
Oh,
9:15. Alright.
9:15. Good night, Isaac. I'm going to go say good night to B as well.
Night, Isaac. Mike said.
Be right back.